then you exude that much of energy to the audience. You have a free flow of your hand gestures. You can use your hands to convey your meanings and then put a lot of emphasis. And then you can do stress upon a point. And that's what I want to say. Come closer to the camera. Go back to the present, future, all that can be seen once you sit, once you come closer to the camera, go back, all that you can do if you're standing and half of your body is seen to the audience. Then the voice, that's what is quite challenging for most of us. It's quite challenging to me too. Voice, once you talk about voice, the pitches, you can take it higher. If you're angry, your pitch goes up automatically. You cannot say, my father was angry on me. He said, why are you doing this? That's not an angry man's tone. He challenged me. My friend challenged me. How dare you do that? Your voice started rising up. But I was calm. I just kept silently looking at his gestures, his words. I could comprehend why he is so very angry on me. So that pitch variance, you are enacting whatever you want to speak. So bring these gestures, the pitch variance, and one more thing I forgot to tell you. Whenever you put gestures, don't keep it in front of your body. It generally camouflages your gestures. Keep it away from your body. The left, or for you it is right, left, past, the future, the present, tiny little baby, big. All that should be away from your body. Let it be open. Open gestures and palm always facing the audience. Don't keep it closed. Don't put it like this. Don't put it inside your pocket. Let it be open. You radiate a lot of energy that's going to infuse enthusiasm and chill into the audience. And we are talking about the voice. First, I said about the pitch. Pitch variance, you can take it up to Mount Everest, and next, and bring it down the Mariana Trench, which is about 10,000 kilometers below the sea level. Talking about the cryptocurrencies, should it be legalized? It's like a roller coaster ride. Moves on speculation. You are at the height of Mount Everest today. At a twinkle of eye, next moment you can crash down to the Mariana Trench. Can we take that impact? Then cryptocurrencies are for you. So somewhat dramatic you can bring in through this pitch variance. Then comes pace. And I saw my friend falling down over there. He was bleeding. I need to rush. So that action, not through your body only, but through your pace, how fast you speak. And then once I reached over there, I saw you were smiling and giggling away to glory. And then I realized it is 1st of April. You were just feeling it. So that contrast you can bring in through your pace. Pace is how fast you speak, how you slow down. So fast is pitch, up and down, like the waves of the sea. Not a straight line. It should be like the waves of the sea. Pitch. Then the pace is faster and slowing down a bit. And most important is pause. P-A-U-S-E. Pause. Could you understand that point? Take a pause. It was God's will that I should fail. It was God's will that I should get married to this woman. Take a pause for impact. If you have given a good line, take a pause. If you have asked a question, Can you empathize with a person who is coming to your door every day to beg 100 rupees? Take a pause. Let the audience understand what you're asking. Not too lengthy a pause, but a small pause is required. Pause is like a punch. It impacts the audience. So, pitch, pace, and the pauses act like that punch to leave an impact on the audience. So bring this in whenever you speak. Make it a habit of practicing. Those who are not too very confident, even if you're reading 10 lines, even to make your content, another advice to even me is read something or anything under the sun that attracts your attention. Anything, a story or a newspaper clip, whatever you feel comfortable with. 10 to 15 lines is good enough, but read it loudly as if you're reading with that vocal jugglery, trying to understand. So that's going to help you to carve your content. If you go for stories, it is best. They can pop up in your mind to give a kind of boost, something to speak on. And if you can practice all this voice modulation, then you are on the go, you are on the right. So that's a practice you do privately, then you practice it publicly whenever you get a chance. So that carries around 30 marks. Body language, you speak, use of the speaking area. So if you don't stand and speak, you are losing that 50 points. And the voice, which is a bit difficult to master, but yes, we can by practice. And then, of course, the 15 marks that goes for the speech purpose and the audience response. Did you deviate from the topic? In the table topic, sometimes we deviate, we don't understand what the topic is. It's okay. That's why the mark is too very less. Whatever take you took, if you can speak convincingly, you will be rewarded for that. Sometimes the topic is going to go above your head. It's okay. Pick up one word, whatever you understood, and starts elaborating and speaking on that. Weave a story around that. If it is convincingly sounding, we'll get credit for that. And then, of course, grammar, pronunciation, and word selection. That again comes with a lot of reading. Chandra had a good vocabulary, good sentence structure. That shows is into reading. Once you read a lot, automatically those sentences, those words start fitting in your vocabulary. So that's about the judges' ballot and how they look for and how they judge us. Any clarification on this?
I'm not. I think because of that,
Yes, Assis. We're speaking. Has anyone got a question now? Pratap, you were asking? No.
yeah, hi Manoj. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
Assis, yes.
asking because sometimes I struggle with voice modulation and talk to voice. I think it affected the way at my content and all as well. So I realized the voice had effect on all other numbers as well. Do you think it may be like correct? And voice modulation is really important to convey
Yes.
effectively the first part.
Sometimes your content may not be that good, but if you can carry the show by your voice modulation. Somebody might be having a good content, but he is unable to deliver it properly. So on the stage, if you can speak with impact and leave an impact on the audience, you are through. So that carries a lot of, it requires a lot of practice. As I said, that reading of anything, practicing like a news reader, using whatever you have learned, the variance of pitch, pace, and taking those pauses. That's going to help us. If you can spend around 15 minutes or so every day, you will be on a ride using your voice modulation. It's very impactful and leaves an impact. So if there is no other question, we progress to the next slide. That's you might have heard about this technique. Whenever you get a topic, there's generally a point, reason, example, and point. I have used that pause. It is very, very important. Like when Kriti spoke, she didn't wait, she didn't take a pause. And after a minute or so, she was struggling to get content. Take that pause. You are allowed in a contest also, you are allowed about 5 to 10 seconds of pause. And they're going to repeat the topic twice. If you have understood the topic in the first go, then start thinking, building up how I'm going to start, what I'm going to speak, what personal story I'm going to speak. And if some good line is coming up, hitch on to that and then start. So taking that pause is very, very important. Even if you knew the topic, you have spoken it 10 times before and it has suddenly appeared, still take a pause. Think how expressive I can make my beginning. So that is very, very important. Never, it is officially allowed for you. So take that opportunity to take a pause to think. Don't jump into action immediately. Then, of course, you give your point. Then why? Whatever is your stand? You have to tell the audience why I have taken this stand. Like somebody had a topic regarding the traffic thing. You talk about yes, rules and regulations need to be obeyed. So why it need to be obeyed? You went against the topic. Yes, I feel it's not enjoyment by breaking rules. It gives a transitory happiness or a sense of elation. But a long time habit that's going to end our life one day. So why not follow rules and regulations? Because they are made for me and you. So why? Then you start illustrating with an example of personal slides where you deviated and landed into trouble. And if you are using it, how it is helping you. Then conclude restating where you started. That is called Ouroboros. That is a snake eating its own tail. If you have seen that picture somewhere, a snake eating its own tail, you start that whole circle need to be completed. It requires bit of practice, of course, where you started to go back and connect it. We might be doing it for your prepared speeches. Doing it for a table topic is a challenge, but with practice, we can achieve that. Wherever you started, come back to that. It will give a full, complete shape to your talk. So that's a popular thing. Most of the speakers use that. This is something that I made it on my own. First is grit. Sometimes you might grit. Grit doesn't mean good morning, judges and my dear speakers. The gritting is how to grab the attention of the audience. The beginning should come with a bang, either with an appropriate quote or with a question. But question should be apt and appropriate, or a tagline that you can come back to. If you have a tagline, come back to that once or twice and again end with that. So that should be attention-grabbing sentence. Not necessarily, as Assis or somebody said, I don't go for greeting people. Yes, you waste time greeting people. Not required. That doesn't carry any extra points or marks. But if you're totally clueless, you have started thinking, you might greet people to buy some time while your mind is juggling away what I'm going to speak. Or else jump into the topic proper. I generally don't follow or greet anyone. I straightway jump into the topic because I require that time to give my take. So this attention grabbing opening is the greeting, not greeting per se. So that sets the ground, then respond, relate to real life, why you have taken that stand. Then you can inspire or illustrate. I have taken this stand because of this. This is what happened in my life. I wish I wasn't married. I feel like a leashed dog, always with a band around my neck. Somebody is controlling it. The day I got married, see a woman from somewhere, like they say, women from Venus, she came and started controlling the man from the Mars. I lost my bachelor's degree, and she got her master's from the day one. So somehow you try to bring and make it humorous, illustrate why you are taking that stand, and then finally pass on something for the audience, a take back for the audience. They should go back satisfied. Yes. Why yes or why no? It should be always a positive conclusion, but marriage gives fulfillment. It completes us. And that's what I've achieved in my life. I told I'm like a leash dog, but yes, that control has brought in a lot of discipline into my life. That has taken me up to attain the zenith of achievement. So some fun element, something positive, and you end it with a positive note. And of course, don't you all agree with me? If you have a good conclusive point, conclusive conclusion, then you can ask for a vote from the audience. Okay. Now there are a few pointers. Power of pause we have already discussed. Please do not forget to take that pause. Sometime in the table topics, people wonder, are you able to speak? They ask me this question. Did you hear my topic? I had to nod yes, because I was thinking what to speak. I've taken that intentional pause. So take that pause. Be silent. Let them wonder. But then come back with a bang. Then, if you do not know the topic, pick up a word from that. Then that reminds me of this. Then go on a tangent, but take on a story, impactful story to finish it. You will be rewarded for that. And if you do not know, never apologize. I'm not sure about this. I was too very busy. I'm sorry. All that is not required. To never apologize. Go on the roll. Rule of 3, you might have heard this often. If you can, this requires again a lot of practice. I felt happy, excited, free. If you're good at language, you can use that. Or else this requires again, if you are into reading, you can start writing it down somewhere. Make it a practice in your conventional speeches, the 7-minute speeches that you do, rule of 3. Then slowly, it's going to trickle into your table topics. Then eye contact. Yes. Even in the we need to have the eye contact. You cannot be looking here and there. Have the eye contact. Some people, when they think, they look up. So that distracts people. We need to have the eye contact with the audience, that carries mark. And classic structure. We have talked about structure, present, past, future, something what happened before, what is another, how it is going to progress further. So that you get a good structure that carries around 30 marks that you had seen in the judges' ballot. And start with a bang. Skip that good evening thing, pleasantries. Start immediately with a bold question, a shocking statistic, or a loud quote to hook the judges instantly. Something startling, something out of the box, like that, what the story your shoes tells. My body is my shoe, and it tells a story of last 58 years of my existence. Isn't that our scriptures talk about? We wear a cloth that we pass on. So we have a choice to make. We do not have any control on our birth. We do not have any control on our death. But in between, sandwiched is our life. And that life we spend through this shoes. This shoe I am wearing. Then state an experience of your own. Something good, something bad, something ugly. So you are taking it to a different level altogether, which no one might have thought. And this again requires a lot of deliberate, conscious practice. You don't say, I felt angry when he threw that paper on me. Angry that thing should stay from your face. I was shocked. He threw that paper on my face? How dare he did that? Dramatizing. You need to dramatize. 2 minutes of enacting your play over there. You are the hero, you are the protagonist, you are the heroine. You need to play your role within 2 minutes. So my face turned red, my hands formed a fist. So let your face, your fist, everything show your emotions. Or else, in a normal tone, monotony, it doesn't impact the audience. Act it out. We just talked about that. Using dialogue. For dialogues, yes, you need to stand. You cannot have a dialogue seated on a chair unless you are seated on a revolving chair to go this way and that way. Or else it is always better to stand. Your whole body can speak. You can come forward, you can go back, you can go to the side, left and right, you can stand at the center. So always make it a point to stand. And have a dialogue between two persons if you can bring it. Vocal variety, you have talked about this. Devil's advocate is speaking against the topic. Most often everybody speaks for the topic. In a contest, if you can go against the topic, you get credit for that. But you need to be very confident to carry it for minimum 2 minutes with a conclusive conclusion. And provided the topic has a twist to give you to go against that. Like women are better than men. A topic where you can go for the motion or against the motion. Who says women are better than men? I don't agree. Because I find them to be far superior. When they were created, if we believe on the Genesis story of Bible, Eve was created after Adam. So maybe the most perfect piece was created by God. And that's what I've seen in my mother, my spouse, my motherland. And you can go on speaking. If I am whatever I am, they have shaped me. They have nurtured me. Circular closing, this I have spoken about that Ouroboros thing. The snake eating its own tail, wherever you start, try to finish it over there. Life lessons, they are always impactful. That is what we call slice of your life. That for each emotions, if you can think of something in your life, whatever experience you have so far gained, something good, something bad, something ugly, keep that at the back of your mind and fit it, whatever topic you get. Call to action. At the end, you can call the audience to action. Yes, that's what I did in my life. And why don't you join my bandwagon? We'll travel up and achieve the zenith of the success. Emotions, make them laugh, make them cry, make them feel sadness, pity, empathy. Then you win their emotions. Mistakes that we generally commit: apologizing, rushing, somebody rushed through, kriti, rushed through, info overloading. There's so many things. While speaking, those who are into speaking, you generally have ideas while speaking. After 1 minute, you come with a golden idea. And if you jump into that, you won't be able to finish where you started from. I have often been told not to jump into so many ideas, stick to one or two. So stick to one or two and elaborate and get into the depth. If you get into too many things, too many on plates, people won't be able to enjoy what they're eating. So info overloading, try to minimize that. I am also practicing that, not to overload my speeches. And abrupt ending. That you can do if you stick to one or 2 points, and once this is yellow, start winding it up. The golden 120-second, opening 15 to 30, core 60 to 75, close 15 to 30 again. It's not mathematical, but yes, have a quick opening, quick close at the end, and a bigger core, the body. So think fast, speak far, and stay memorable. So with that, any questions, or else we'll go for another round of practice, quick practice.